So that last video was very much a dragon and the cross of Jesus, and it was a three-dimensional cross, not just simply two lines crossing each other. It was a solid three-dimensional form in the fifth dimension, and you could see the outline edges of it, kind of as the surface looked invisible, right? Like, as in like most of the spirits in the fifth dimension look. You can't see flat surfaces of them. You could just see outlines of ridges and stuff like that, teeth, eyes. So like I said before, something's really contacting me. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's like, yeah, I could have looked up at that moment and not recorded it, right? But then what's the difference? I'm still looking up right at that moment to witness it, right? You know, so that's why I was saying before that I'm starting to think that the things I'm seeing, God is showing me these things so that I can show you. Because he's already proven to me that his world exists through meeting Satan in the first place a long time ago. So, like I said, he's making these images in the sky specifically at the angle that I can record them at. You know what I mean? Like, if you know, just like quick, like, you know, geometry, like I'm only gonna record the images that I could see that by the position that I'm standing at, like aiming my camera at the sky, right? So it's set up in a way that it's for me to record it. 100%, I believe that. So it's like I'm supposed to be doing this. I think this is part of what I'm supposed to be doing. When I think about it deeply, the only other thing that I could think of is, well, like, he wants me to do even more, which would be to, you know, declare who I am, right? Which I'm not comfortable with that shit. You know, I've been hinting at it a million times on my channel that I am most likely the Son of God. But I don't want to say it, because if I say it, then that means that I'm the fake, right? Then it's not true to begin with if I do say it, because the person who does come in this time and says it is the deceiver, right? He's not the real one, because the real one comes to defeat the deceiver, right? So it's very confusing. Well, for me anyway. I'm very much going through a lot of spiritual stuff that I can't really explain at all. I can show you as much as I can, you know, and I can explain as much as I can with my vocabulary that I've learned on this earth. It's not easy for me, believe me. I was never a book smart type of person. Maybe when I was a kid, but so it makes me think, like, well, okay, is that, like, if I'm asking the Father, what is my purpose? Like I've asked many times before, I get no answer. I get no insight whatsoever. I get no instances where God shows me to look somewhere or lets me hear something at a certain moment. Nothing like that. So, you know, it's very difficult for me to figure it out, because on the one hand, this is very much divine intervention. God himself is speaking to me, or this is a trick and Satan is speaking to me. Which then it makes me think, well, if that's truly the case, if I'm really communicating, or at least one-way communicating with a deity, with a divine spirit, either good or evil, well, it gets me to think, well, then there's no doubt in my mind that I'm either the rebirth, the reincarnation of the Christ, or I'm the false Christ, and the world is going to use me these things, they keep me up at night, Not that I'm allowed to sleep anymore. Ever since taking the mark of the beast, it doesn't let you sleep much. I guess you could call it that now. I mean, if I'm the beast, and I'm, my my wicked smile, my twisted grin is, my evil grimace is because I'm the beast, and I am the beast because I took the mark. Then that makes the mark from this moment forward known as the mark of the beast, because it turns you into the beast, or something very close to me. It's been awake for a while, and I'm trying to figure this out. I know it's like an impossible thing to figure out too, right? Because it's like, well, how do you know for sure, definitively, one way or the other? Anything. Because when I think about, like, well, when I think about all this stuff that Christ himself had to go through, it's like nobody, like, there's very few people that believe me. A couple guys at work, they want to believe me, but they're Muslim, and so it's like they're seeing all the stuff I'm showing them. I'll show them my videos and stuff like that, and I'll explain in depth a lot of my theories, a lot more than I upload on here, and they're scared of me in a way that they know I'm not normal, and I'm not crazy as in I'm gonna hurt somebody. I am more intelligent than any of them, and that's what scares them, because there's a very good possibility that I am what they know as Dajjal, the deceiver, the one who says I am God, and the heaven that the first Christ told you about is actually hell, and Dajjal, the deceiver, will say that he's going to bring you to the real heaven, but the real heaven that he brings you to is hell. So like a couple guys at work, it's like they respect me through fear, and and the few white people that are at work, they don't think two things of it because they're white people. No offense, any Caucasians watching. Not saying that we're all stupid. We're just we're under heavy brainwashing, just as African Americans are as well. Very, very heavy brainwashing. Yeah, not like when I think about it, it's like nobody, especially white people, nobody's gonna believe that I'm Jesus Christ. Um, uh, well, like, because there's been so much debate over what he looks like to begin with, uh, and what he's gonna look like when he comes back, and the name he's gonna hold, and the powers he'll have, and all that stuff. You know, uh, one thing I do want to add is when it says Jesus Christ will be coming in the clouds, it says, right? It's actually wrong. It says he's coming with the clouds. Okay? Like you understand clouds to be water vapor. That's not real. The clouds are very much spirits. And that's another reason why I say that it very well could be me. Because I'm coming with the clouds, like I'm showing you on video myself and the spirits in the clouds, right? Like I'm showing you that they are not clouds, that you've been lied to. Plus the whole January 6th thing, and all the women in my family being born on double-digit month and days, and my mother, and everything, and everything I've experienced, and all the entities I've came in contact with in my life, and like it could be that I'm just experiencing all these coincidences because in this reality, so many people can exist before you start creating duplicates. And I guess I'm the same as Jesus was when he was here. I'm another man like him. I don't know. That could be a possibility, that I am like him in a way that maybe I'm one of the 70 or the 72 disciples in the end times. Or it could be that I am one of the two witnesses, because I have witnessed Satan face to face, and I have witnessed God in the sky, and Jesus in the sky, and I'm showing you as much as I can before I run out of time here. I don't know what's going to happen, but something really bad is going to happen before next year, because I've never seen or thought of anything beyond 2025. 2025 is the year of the Antichrist. That's when he makes his move, in my mind. So, he alters time also. I'm pretty sure he alters time in the last few months and days. He stretches it out. Even though God says that he speeds up time, or his own elect would die, I think that he's speeding it up to counterbalance the Antichrist slowing it down. Because in the Quran it says the deceiver shall have 40 days like 40 years, and 40 days like 40 weeks, and all these things. And it doesn't make sense unless you start thinking about, well, maybe he has control over time, and he uses it to his advantage to take out as many as possible before the time limit.